So we're gonna start tonight with a brief Q&A with the guys, and then I'm going to read some questions sent in by you guys earlier this week. So let's start out. Check. So, fellas, I'm on a Boat. It is the #1 downloaded single on Hulu, on iTunes. Your album was #1 on iTunes. This is an incredible amount of success very quickly. A very wise man said to me this morning that you guys are the web video version of the Backstreet Boys circa 1998. Do you think that's an apt comparison, and how are you guys enjoying the success?
It's fair, and we're enjoying it.
Have you had any impulse purchases since the album started selling like hotcakes?
We bought the album. Gotta support.
It was very impulsive. We regretted it the next day.
A lot of buyer's remorse.
I've heard most of these.
Like a lot of retreads.
So when you were working with T-Pain, did you actively at any point ever consider getting a grill?
He did have a. What was the thing he had? Wasn't it of Aqua Teen Hunger Force?
Oh,
he literally had a
Moonlight necklace.
Piece of bling.
Yeah.
One of those little Moonlight things.
Yeah.
Well, did you guys, were you fans of the vocoder and T-Pain beforehand? How did you come to work with him?
T-Pain, we were big fans of T-Pain, for sure.
Still are.
Yeah.
Even after.
Yeah, now we hate him. No, we met him at the show. He came and did a song with Mariah Carey, and he came up to me and was like, "Hey, I know this is weird, but would you mind taking a picture with me doing an ultimate punch?" On Hot Rod, and we were like, "You've seen Hot Rod?" So we knew that he was aware of us. So when we made I'm on a Boat, we were like, "Dude, we should get Pain on this."
Actually, he came back to the show, and the next time he came back to the show, this is before I'm on a Boat, and he was like, "You guys got to do Cool Beans for me later, like a private performance." We didn't do it.
Hey, you look like you were having a really good time doing that whole shit. It looked pretty awesome.
I did not have as good a time, but
Yeah, I don't know why I looked at you when I asked that. I was like, yeah.
Where were you during that?
Below decks.
You got any future collaborations that you care to share with us?
Nope.
They're all secret.
How about Wheezy? I know a lot of people are clamoring to see you collaborate with Wheezy. Who is the ball in your court and his court?
I'd say it's firmly in his court. He's a very busy guy. We'd be very happy to do it, though.
Well, I think that's something that's really nice about the album is that, you guys put out a hip-hop album and you have all these guests, like, very true to the genre, like a hip-hop record would really have. So maybe your people should talk to Wheezy and get him on there.
I think if we could get our hands on enough lean, he'd probably come through.
A lean reference, you guys. You guys didn't pick up on it. Just Google it tonight. And
So a universal truth in life is that everybody loves Natalie Portman. What was it like working with Natalie?
Nightmare. She beat the shit out of us. It's not cool. That was great.
Is that track something that you guys have particular affection for?
Yeah, I like it. Mostly because we're not on it. It's nice to not have to
really
listen to
nice to hear
our
somebody else's voice.
grating, annoying voices for the entire album.
Although there's the Viking gentleman towards the end.
Oh, yeah. That part.
Who was that guy?
No. How actively do you collaborate with the guests on the writing of each track?
Generally we write them.
The hosts are very busy.
Yeah, they're too
so
busy.
Downstairs
They can't come
working
spend an hour or two just sitting there writing. They're kind of bouncing around.
Yeah, oftentimes we'll write out the whole thing and even put in, like, if it's singing, we'll do like a temp singing track. so that when they show up, we can be like, so here it is, make it better. And we do.
So all week, I mean, when the host is involved in, I mean, literally every sketch and the writing of every sketch, if I'm not mistaken, you guys are on your own kind of to do these digital shorts. How much freedom are you given with the digital shorts?
Too much.
Probably too much, yeah.
I don't know if you guys saw Daiquiri Girl.
Whole lot of freedom. Actually, I was not there for that episode. I was in LA during that particular episode, and that was the most jealous I've ever been. was calling these guys up and hearing what was going on in the background. Of hearing like, Daiquiri Girl. Oh, why am I not there?
That one was being written as it was shot.
As it was being said.
It's all explained pretty well. You can scroll that over.
We got ditched.
It's truthful.
And we
That
had
one's very
to
truthful.
come through with something there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're kind of we get to kind of do whatever we want within the time constraints and the censors constraints, and then we kind of present it to them at the last minute, and then they can kind of say yes or no. And a lot of times we're only half finished by the time we're kind of putting it on TV.
Who makes that call? Lauren? He's that hands-on with it still?
Not the censorship, but the whether or not it's on there. Yeah.
Well, actually, with the censorship though, like Jizz in My Pants was not going to air based on the censors' remarks, and then Lauren and Jeff Zucker, the head of NBC, overrode that and said no, it's fine.
They related.
Did they want you to change it to a different name? They were like Spooge in My Pants?
Is that really a step up?
Seems like a pretty lateral move.
Musically less satisfying.
I did not think we were going to say Spooge.
Inappropriate. There are children here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, Yorma, you direct the MacGruber bits, correct?
Yes.
Was it a thrill to see Pep Suber on during the Super Bowl?
Yes. It was very exciting. Well, that was so last minute that happened. That decision was made the night before, basically. And I still didn't think it was going to happen until I saw it air. So I was very excited.
You know, I told my wife, or I asked her to call me Pep Suber after that. She refused.
Really? You guys
got a divorce? You separated?
No. Maybe after tomorrow. Maybe we'll see what happens. I'm sorry. Lauren said in the New York Times the next day that everybody who worked on that got paid for it. So congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Yorm.
You did a really good job, Yorm.
Thank you.
Yeah, good work.
And thank you, Pep Suber.
And thank you for calling me Pep Suber. We're all
We can
winners here.
satisfy you in ways your wife never could.
So the last couple of years on SNL, I have.
It's tequila! He directs most of the digital shorts we do.
It's all right.
What else?
Enjoy your Pepsi.
Okay. Huge sellout.
Oh, the last couple of years, a lot of the viewers of the show have noticed that Kristen Wiig has been playing a larger and larger role. She's in almost every sketch, kind of like Will Ferrell was towards the end of his tenure there.
Right.
How integral is Kristen Wiig to the show, and how great is she?
I mean, she's amazing. And yeah.
And the most integral? I don't know.
I mean, when you have, it's like if you had Will Ferrell in the cast, so everything you write, you're like, oh, should I put Will Ferrell in this, or should I just put somebody else? And you're like, no, just put Will Ferrell in this if you have him. And it's basically like that with her, I'd say, at this point.
Gilly?
Gilly Campbell.